Turning now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic right here in Georgia as cases continue to climb. We've made a few charts to show you those important trends, and this graph is the number of new cases. Take a look. The state has seen more than 1,700 of them just yesterday, and you can see the numbers heading up right there. This chart shows the flow of current patients, meaning patients in hospitals. There are currently 1,135 current patients. That's the highest number since May 10th. You can see in the box on the right, the number of new patients yesterday was 144. These are indicators more people are seriously ill. And we now know more about who is at the highest risk for severe COVID-19 complications. The CDC releasing an updated and expanded list of underlying medical conditions of those who are most vulnerable to this disease. The CDC now points to evidence that medical conditions such as obesity and type 2 diabetes put you at a higher risk. Also, being pregnant may increase a woman's risk of being hospitalized. The CDC says the older that you are, the higher your risk for severe COVID-19 complications. And the U.S. economy showing some signs of improvement despite the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Nearly 1.5 million people filed for first-time unemployment last week, according to the U.S. Department of Labor. While those numbers continue dropping, we've still seen 14 consecutive weeks of more than 1 million new claims. And around 20 million Americans are still out of work. Atlanta, though, they added more than 35,000 jobs in May. That's what Georgia's Labor Department is reporting. And statewide, first-time unemployment claims dropped last week, down by more than 7,700. The total number of out-of-work Georgians also continues to fall, dropping by 18,000 claims for the week of June 13th. Now to some other top stories we're following this Friday morning.